What's up, guys? It's Lefty here, back with another video, and as you can tell by the title, I'm going to discuss 3 really ugly bets that I think are really good bets. Now, normally I'd like to do a full schedule breakdown of all the games, but a lot's happening in the Betting Network Discord community this week, which the Betting Network Discord community, for the most part, has always been a private Discord where it's invite only. And it's basically where, I trade information with friends and people in my network in the sports betting industry. Now on November 1st, I'm opening up to the public. It's going to be a lot more explained about that in the coming days. But for right now, I want to quickly run through these 3 bets I made on 3 teams that the majority of you guys, I think, are going to think really stink. Now, keep in mind, most bets I make in the NFL are made early in the week, and I post them in the Betting Network Discord community, but things can change quickly, so some lines have definitely changed as I'm recording this on Saturday night. But starting with the Houston Texans for my first ugly bet, this one here, I like to call usually like a gamble within a gamble because it's a bet I'm making based on the idea or hope something happens later in the week. And this one really, to me, was betting on the Titans quarterback Tannehill not playing, or at least not being 100%, which even at that is a big drop-off to the Titans backup Willis there. Now, Tannehill left the game versus the Colts last week, but he came back. But like I said in the Discord community, if you know which coaches or quarterbacks have a track record of being truthful, their post-game press conferences can pretty much be gold. Titans head coach Mike Vrabel typically doesn't dance around questions or, hide the truth. In their post-game press conference, he didn't seem too optimistic or confident that Tannehill would be playing this week. So that was basically the major part of betting Houston, but also I think the Titans are just total frauds. They've won 4 in a row. They've been outgained in all 4 of those games. They've had extreme turnover luck. I mean, they've had a +6 in turnover differential in just the last 3 games alone. Simply put, they're not as good as their record. I know Houston is terrible, but I'm getting a field goal at home versus a team that, needed defensive scores and a goal line stand just to beat Washington by 4 points. If we take a look at the current line, Houston is already showing -1 at some books. Circa actually has Houston as 2.5-point favorites right now. Pinnacle's -1. Houston will probably close as a 1 or 2-point favorite now with the official news of Tannehill being out, but I'm good with +3 locked in there. Now, for my second ugly bet, I'm going with the Carolina Panthers. I needed to explain this one right away when I posted it in the Discord because I knew some members would question it. So I'm basically just going to repeat what I said earlier in the week. Now, the Falcons, they're the most profitable team against the spread this season, as we know, but they are now in the role of favorites. No more, sneaking through the back door and getting meaningless touchdowns to cover the spread. They need to get a lead and hold it. And the Falcons have only had leads of more than a touchdown in 4 combined games all season. Falcons have a lot of, garbage time yards, too, that might skew some of their offensive numbers. I'll have to look more into that. But one thing's for sure, Falcons are just not a team that's built for getting leads and never mind holding on to them. They refuse to pass the ball on offense. They rank dead last in pressure rate on defense. They have a bunch of key injuries in the secondary. Carolina, they're now confident coming off an upset win. They get a divisional opponent with a horrible defense that is pretty much equal when it comes to talent. If we look at the current line, +6 is too many points, and the market agreed with me there. They finally caught up with the line being down now around 4. So I feel like I got a pretty good bet there. Now, the last one I got is the New England Patriots. Since 2004, the Patriots are 32-6 straight up on the money line versus the Jets. That's 85%, with an average margin of victory of 12 points. And that's it. That's why I bet them. Yeah, right. Like I'd ever make a bet based on a historical trend like that. Even though that stat is true, it means absolutely nothing in this game. It's two completely different teams right now. Throw all those garbage trends out the window, and anyone you see use those type of historical trends for reasoning as making a bet. They know nothing about betting. But the real reason for this bet gets a little tricky, only because it involves something even professional bettors have a hard time in doing, and it's correctly assigning what a player is worth to a team. Or in other words, like if this QB starts, the difference should be X compared to this QB. Well, Mac Jones is back under center for the Patriots this week, and me being a lifelong Patriots fan, it's tough to remain unbiased with the local teams, but I think it does help me valuing a player's worth. And Mac Jones is much better than Bailey Zapp. I don't know if it's biased or not, but Rich Moore, who is an admin in the Betting Network Discord community, also agrees with me here. He bet the Patriots and posted it as a best bet a few days ago. This is what confirmed this one for me. I have a lot of different connections within the sports betting industry, and Rich's NFL opinion is right up there with pretty much any of them, and of course, it goes much deeper than just the QB change. The Jets have some key injuries that I don't think are being factored in as much as they would be if the Patriots, weren't coming off that really bad loss to the Bears. Could be a little overreaction to one bad game. The Jets losing that running back there, I think his name's Breece Hall. That's going to be huge for the Jets offensively. Yeah, they have backups, and running backs are kind of easily replaceable, but I think this puts too much pressure on the Jets QB, Zach Wilson, who he's struggling to pass for 200 yards a game, and now he faces Bill Belichick, who basically owns him. I know the Jets have won 4 straight, but look at the luck this team has had. It's unreal. All 4 teams have had their starting QB hurt, or have had to turn to a rookie or a backup QB during the game, which I have in my notes actually to adjust the Jets defensively for the strength of opponent of QB. Because, they've had timely defensive TDs, blocked kicks, which is actually the bright spot about the Jets. They do have the number 2 overall ranked special teams unit based on DVOA, or defensive value over adjustment. But if we look at the current line here, Patriots below a field goal favorite is a good bet, I think. And you can actually still get that line right now, depending when you see this, obviously. Patriots -3 wouldn't surprise me if that's where it closes. But I am going to wrap this video up. My dogs are going crazy right now. Those are 3 ugly bets that I think are very good bets. Now, make sure to check out in the description below this video and follow me on social media for all the updates coming up within the Betting Network Discord community. I'm going to be pushing this hard. I've been working hard to organize everything. The core members I have in there now are amazing. They share the vision of sports betting education, so you'll be able to join a team in the next few days, that's really sharp and that wins consistently, and it's all about betting the right way. But until next time, good luck with all your bets, and as always, may all the loose balls and all the refs' calls go your way.